One Zambia, one nation. Thank you so much for joining us on Zanis News. To present it, I'm Michelle Olubinda. The headlines. Cholera contained in Sama district. Government to uplift lives of autistic people. Northwest Water Department seeks 1 million kwacha to repair broken down borehole drilling machine. And rampaging elephants destroy crops in Luangwa. The news in detail. The Ministry of Health in Northern Province has managed to contain the outbreak of cholera in Sumbu area of Nsama district. The disease broke out in the area a month ago, killing 3 people and affecting 71 others. Geoffrey Piri accompanied a team of health experts from the Provincial Health Office to check on the situation on the ground and gives us more in the following report.
Nsumbu, the lakeside town in Nsama district, is a hotspot area for cholera outbreaks in Northern Province. The area, which has a history of cholera outbreaks, had not recorded any case over the last 2 years. However, the area has this year recorded 71 cases, with 3 deaths since the first case emerged on 12 March 2023.
We have discharged 68. And currently we have no patient that is admitted in our cholera treatment centers. We have so far recorded 3 deaths.
The community attributed the outbreak to flooding.
So today mukubasanga geni yimfula yabakwati apwa mulamu abali flooded geni mo babwelela.
The Zambia National Public Health Institute moved on the ground to support the district and provincial offices to fight the disease.
The numbers have drastically gone down. I think this is a good learning point.
Northern Province Health Director Ernest Mutare visited Nsumbu and 2 other affected areas to check on the cholera situation and is happy with the response to contain the disease.
We are very happy to note that as of today, there are no admissions in the 3 facilities that were recording the admissions. And in the last 5 days, no new admissions have come. I would like to thank, starting with the Zambia National Public Health Institute. They not only supplied us with resources in terms of chlorine, liquid chlorine, and solid chlorine, they actually sent a number of staff to come and give technical support and to be on the ground.
Dr. Mutare also interacted with frontline officers and encouraged them to remain committed to duty. Geoffrey Piri, reporting for Zanis in Nsumbu area, Nsama district.
Still on health news, Chief Nkambo of the Lumber people on the Copper Belt has commended the Zambia Flying Doctor Service for conducting outreach programs in his chiefdom in Masaiti district. The traditional leader observed that the outreach program is helping his subjects who have difficulties in accessing quality health care services due to the long distances they have to cover to access a hospital in Ndola. And in Lusaka, the district commissioner has handed over 205 bicycles and motivational materials to National Support Group, promoters and volunteers in Baoleni compound. The working materials and bicycles have been distributed in order to implement and report on the second phase of the Scaling Up Nutrition and Most Critical Days program activities. Muiza Chabu has the details in the following report.
Ministry of Health and other collaborating partners have embarked on implementing high-impact innovations countrywide. Lusaka District Commissioner Rosa Zulu has handed over 205 bicycles and other motivational materials to Nutrition Support Group, NSG, promoters and volunteers at Baulen Combined School in Lusaka. In a speech read on her behalf by the District Administrative Officer, Onil Jia, Ms. Zulu said the aim for the donation is to deliver nutrition motivations in a converted manner through key-light ministries and non-governmental organizations.
The aim is to deliver nutrition interventions in a converged manner through key-line ministries and non-governmental organizations. This approach allows 100% coverage of target households.
Public health specialist for Lusaka District, Dr. Lubasi Hendricks, has thanked government for the donations.
It is a great honor on behalf of the district. We want to say thank you because the government has put in a lot of effort to ensure that as a district, we scale up the nutrition.
Provincial Nutrition Support Coordinator for National Food and Nutrition Commission, Fanuel Kabila, assured government that the gesture will motivate the promoters and volunteers, thereby yield desired results.
A motivated team of the promoters and volunteers, you really assured that you get the results which you need. And when we get the result, it means that it will help us, district, province, and national level, to make decisions in managing this programming.
Albert Nkoma, a representative of the promoters and volunteers, commended government for donating the bicycles and working materials in order to promote the health of children and pregnant women. Muiza Chuba, reporting for Zanis in Lusaka.
Government says it is committed to uplifting the lives of persons with autism in the country. Minister of Community Development and Social Services, Doreen Mwamba, says government is implementing policies and strategies aimed at providing a conducive environment for people with autism. Wupesendwe participated in the World Autism Awareness Walk in Lusaka and filed in this report.
I went to a lot of places. I even ended up going to witch doctors because I was being told, no, maybe it's been bewitched and all that. So all those places I went to, as far as in Mbala, just to have him checked.
The teachers in school don't understand what we go through. But we are here to sensitize and ask you to help. Tell other people the kind of children that we are raising.
They give touching testimonies on the challenges encountered while caring for children with autism spectrum disorder. Today being the World Autism Awareness Walk, the Ministry of Community Development and Social Services joins the National Autism Association of Zambia for the commemoration. The minister was represented by Social Welfare Director Nelson Nyango.
Indeed, government recognizes the critical role people with autism play in the national development. Hence, the reason this government has put in place the National Policy on Disability. Government considers people with autism as partners in the national development process. I urge all the autistic community in the country to work hard and achieve their dreams.
The association implored government to develop a curriculum specifically for pupils with autism as other interventions are put in place.
And we are knocking on the doors of Ministry of Education so that autism can be included in the curriculum so that teachers can understand autism. We are knocking on the doors of Ministry of Health so that they can give us an opportunity to have all the health centers, all the under 5 health centers where we can start observing autism from under 5.
We are appealing to, the government, we're appealing to media houses for us to have more of this awareness because we are all on the spectrum.
Autism is a serious development disorder that impairs the ability to communicate and interact effectively. Wupesendwe reporting for Zanis in Lusaka.
And in Wapula Province, Minister of Science and Technology Felix Mtati commissioned a banana plantation project and Mansa Apparel and Design Incubation Unit at Mansa Trades Training Institute in Mansa District. The Apparel Design Incubation Unit is an initiative that has been supported by the National Technology Business Center. Here is a report.
Skills training and innovation is one of the major drivers of economic growth in a nation and is key to Zambia's agenda to become a middle-income country by the year 2030. In this quest to achieve Vision 2030, Minister of Science and Technology Felix Mtati was in Mansa District to commission a banana plantation project and Mansa Apparel and Design Incubation Unit at Mansa Trades Training Institute.
This is evidence that CDF, from its conception to its application, that cash must rotate in the economy. You are providing evidence. Because you have over 2/3 of your students are financed by CDF. You are working very hard because you persuaded NTPC that you are ready and right for investment in the design and apparel. You are able to beat all the other institutions within Tebe that you are the ones that are ready.
And Mansa Trades Training Institute principal says the students who have been trained in apparel and design incubation have been empowered to help contribute to the country's economic growth.
The incubation, which is the fashion design and technology, is a milestone in the TVET sector, in particular Mansa Trades. The impact of this incubator, Honorable Minister, is that it will create employment to the 10 female incubators. It will also reduce poverty levels from the 10 families. Furthermore, it will uplift the image of the institution. It will also help in the growth of the GDP.
David Ndovi, Zanis, Mansa District.
In Northern Province, Minister of Small and Medium Enterprise Development Elias Mubanga says government is committed to promoting entrepreneurship by empowering cooperatives. Mr. Mubanga said this at Kasakalabwe Multipurpose Cooperative in Kasama District that is specialized in production of fingerlings. Back to Lusaka, Minister of Water Development and Sanitation, Mike Mposha, says uncollected water revenue is hindering water utility companies across the country from becoming financially viable. Speaking when he officiated at the launch of the 2022 Water Supply and Sanitation Sector Report in Lusaka, Mr. Mposha says there is an urgent need to address uncollected water revenue in order to make investments in water supply infrastructure sustainable. Miles Kabengo has the details.
The National Water Supply and Sanitation Council, NWASCO, has launched the 2022 Water Supply and Sanitation Sector Report aimed at highlighting the performance of the service providers in the water supply and sanitation sector. NWASCO Board Chairman Sylvester Havajene says the challenge of non-revenue water in the sector has been a major throwback in making the much-needed strides towards attaining the 2030 targets of the Sustainable Development Goal number 6 for Zambia.
Non-revenue water is attributed to both commercial losses and physical losses. The main contributor to physical losses is obsolete and dilapidated infrastructure, which require massive infusion of resources. Government alone cannot resolve this issue, and therefore all stakeholders must be involved. Service providers must galvanize and forge strategic public-private partnerships and develop bankable projects that will attract investments into this sector.
Officiating at the event, Minister of Water Development and Sanitation, Mike Mposha, noted the need to accelerate the process of revising the National Non-Revenue Water Strategy that expired in 2018.
There is urgent need, therefore, to deal with the high non-revenue water if investments in water supply infrastructure is to yield the desired result of increased access to clean and safe drinking water and adequate sanitation services. Let me urge ministry staff to work closely with key stakeholders and ensure that the revision of the National Non-Revenue Water Strategy that expired in the year 2018 is expedited and concluded before end of the second quarter of 2023.
Kelvin Chitombo is NWASCO Director.
In view of the expanded mandate arising from the launch of the regulatory frameworks on rural water supply, as well as the urban on-site sanitation and fecal sludge management, subsequently the rollout of the same, I wish to report that the name of the report has now changed to the Water Supply and Sanitation Sector Report to encompass all areas in the districts.
At the same event, stakeholders and commercial utility companies scooped awards for excellent performance.
Come and join us into the photo sessions.
NUASCO was established by the government through Act No. 28 of 1997 to regulate the water providers countrywide. Miles Kavengo for Zanis in Lusaka.
In Northwestern Province, the Department of Water Development says it is lagging behind in improving water supply in rural areas because one of the borehole drilling machine has been lying broken for 7 years now. Provincial Water Development Officer George Ndlovu says 1 million kwacha is needed to repair the broken machine as the department only has 2 drilling machines. Dr. Ndlovu says when the 2 drilling machines are fully operational, his department is able to drill 200 boreholes per year, thereby improving rural water supply. Details in the following report.
The Department of Water Development and Sanitation is not only involved in the construction of dams, but also charged with the responsibility of improving water supply for the rural communities through drilling of boreholes. However, in Northwestern Province, the department has some challenges as one of the bore drilling machine has been down for 7 years now and in need of major repairs.
This is a rig that is broken down. It has been broken down now for more than 7 years. This rig is very important in Northwestern Province because it can save many communities in all the districts. This rig is able to give us 100 boreholes per year. This is an average number.
Andrew Mtonga is a senior hydrologist at Water Department and explains more.
With one machine, we are not able to help the government effectively. But we want very much to do better than the way we have done. Like this year, we have tried to even co-opt some private drillers to help us. But we feel that the quality of work is compromised because they cannot meet the standards that we have as the department.
These 2 rig machines are government-owned, meant to service rural communities within Northwestern Province. For Zanis News, I am Chaibu Nkoma in Solwezi District, Northwestern Province.
We take you to Southern Province, where the recruitment of 300 cane cutters in Mazabuka District by Taz Halog has been cancelled after failure to agree on a fair wage with the applicants. Taz Halog was contracted by Nanga Farms Limited to recruit 300 cane cutters, but some of the shortlisted candidates rejected the 64 kwacha per day rate offered by the company and demanded for 91 kwacha per day, which they were being paid by Nanga Farms in the previous season. Angela Mwandu has the details.
These are representatives of applicants who applied as cane cutters at Nanga Farms in Mazabuka District. Nanga Farms contracted Taos Haulage Limited to recruit 300 cane cutters. However, the shortlisted candidates have rejected the 64 kwacha per day rate offered by management and demanding for 91 kwacha per day, which Nanga Farms was paying them last season when it was directly involved in recruitment. Our cry as cane cutters is that this 61 kwacha is too little. Had we been told the amount earlier, some of us would not even be here. Our biggest disagreement is over money. Cane cutting is labor intensive. It's not something to joke about. However, Taos Haulage management maintained its stance.
The only commitment we can make is to start on 64 kwacha at Taos this. And then after the negotiations, we can adjust the difference that would be, if it would. That would be the difference of the increase from 61 to whatever percentage.
After all was said and done, Mazabuka District Commissioner Oliver Mulomba, who was accompanied by Mazabuka Mayor Vincent Lilanda, made these pronouncements after meeting both parties.
TAS, they have maintained the 64 kwacha plus a 15 kwacha bonus with immediate effect. The recruitment exercise for Nanga through TAS be cancelled.
Angela Mandu, Zanis, Mazabuka District, Southern Province.
In Mchinga Province, Provincial Minister Henry Skazwe has commended the civil service, non-governmental organizations and other cooperating partners for the commitment shown in delivering much-needed development to the public. Mr. Skazwe says the successful delivery of developments in the province in 2022 and the first quarter of 2023 is as a result of the collaboration that exists among all key stakeholders in the province. Miriam Kumwenda reports that Mr. Skazwe was speaking during the Provincial Development Coordinating Committee PDCC meeting in Chinsali.
Practical resolutions and socio-economic interventions aimed at stabilizing, repairing, and reviving the provincial economy is what has brought these stakeholders across Mchinga Province here. The 2023 first quarter Provincial Development Coordinating Committee, held at Chinsali's Civic Center and chaired by the Provincial Minister Henry Skazwe, has been held to discuss the performance of programs and projects implemented across the region.
The mission to change the economic landscape of Mchinga Province is a large endeavor, but definitely achievable when we all work as a functional team. As technocrats, we should aim at translating the programs contained in various government policy documents as well as national and provincial development plans and tangible solutions that will change the livelihood of our people.
Speaking earlier on behalf of Mchinga Permanent Secretary in his welcoming remarks, read by his deputy, Reverend Matthew Chilekwa, commended stakeholders for their support in the just-ended quarter.
I wish to thank all small sectors, non-governmental organizations, and cooperating partners for the commitment shown in prioritizing and participating in this very important meeting.
During the meeting, several presentations by subcommittees were made.
And out of the targeted, about 3 years were done. It's all of the 5 that we wanted to do. The rest will be done in the next quarter.
Our annual target on this activity is 32, and so far we are only at 3.1% instead of being at the planned 25% for this quarter.
The minister also called all stakeholders to be Expo ambassadors as the province will hold the event in October this year.
Investment Forum and Expo will be a major stepping stone in transforming the economy of Mchinga to what we want to see tomorrow.
Miriam Kumwenda reporting for Zanis in Chinsali, Mchinga Province.
And from Ruangwa District, Lista Ndumba reports that rampaging elephants have destroyed granaries and maize grains in Ruangwa's Mulunda village. The elephants are reportedly instilling fear in some communities in Ruangwa District, purporting residents to appeal to the Department of National Parks and Wildlife to intensify patrols and help reduce the human-animal conflicts in the area.
Elephants have destroyed a granary in Mulunda village, Kapocho Ward, in Ruangwa District. Mishek Mumba narrated how his maize grains were destroyed by the jumbos.
Maere mwa 23 nabora njo pa nyumba pano udya mirisi wonse mpaka ja mirisi gota wonse gwesa pansi ambo spisha vantu spisha futi vantu futi zvatamangisa vantu kutaira mu nyumba.
Both the ward councillor and the community resource board member have appealed to government to permanently deploy more national parks and wildlife officers in human-animal conflict-affected areas.
Last week, we are causing accident. Motor can damage. And then this week again, chabinema ikamo milisi chagwa, milisi za diyo. Vitangana riski mwadi mwapi because vantu na kuma movement ya kanga. Kuti bande kuma garden, bavuti bayo papi ma elephant. Tero kuchi elephant china chita bwanji, china chita accident paja. Chinanka damage. Mwana. So manje pe chinanka damage cha elephant, chinanka munga chiri wounded. Chinanka wounded. So manje cities wa bomba zati tanzia bwanji. Tenzo pempa kuti batipase ko ma officers venango.
Nzo zapangana so inamenya nzo mumoto so ja motoka inaonongeka then inayo nzo inaonongeka so tankhala na nzo yo onongeka futi nzo futi ngaononge futi watu.
East Lower Zambezi Area Management Unit Wildlife Warden Chongo Puta assured the community that the department is equal to task to ensuring that people's lives and property is protected.
Yes, I can confirm that we have got a big herd of elephants in the area where we received a lot of reports by the community. Also, the Department of National Parks and Wildlife have come in to deploy officers on the ground so that the lives of people and their properties are protected. These elephants are always found in their corridors. I'm just urging people also to refrain from interacting with this animal passing through these corridors.
Listandumba, Luangwa District.
And finally, in the news, a land wrangle has erupted in Siamikobo area in Chikankata district of Southern Province between residents and unscrupulous individuals demarcating land illegally. And the people of Siamikobo have called on authorities in Chikankata to resolve the matter quickly before the settlers take the law into their own hands. More in this report by Brenda Mfalali.
A vicious land wrangle has erupted in Siamikobo area between settlers and unscrupulous people demarcating land with impunity using the name of the head of state, President Hakainde Hichilema, in Chief Nalwama's area of the Momba Tonga-speaking people of Chikankata district in Southern Province. The red villagers said non-people have gone on rampage, indiscriminately demarcating land illegally, purporting that they have been sent by President Hakainde Hichilema to demarcate land to so-called investors in the area.
Chawamba uti ayama investors mbubamba tuna investors tatubayandika mbo titwa abatambula ino tulakalabuta ambao mbo tutagatambula wina choba ya utuchitira kambo ta agreement njo tukapanga ambao so tatubayandiswe buno tatubayandi, we don't want them to settle in our land.
Babola bo kutuyita retrieve nyiga yaso bamana bamba wamba twatumwa nguli ba chief oroja tugataya tuli bantu ba chief ono natulapona buti witwataiga unyangwa nyiga.
They told the Zambia News and Information Services when United Party for National Development Party officials in Chikankata constituency visited Siamikobo to resolve the matter. Chikankata constituency coordinator Daniel Weupe said UPND district youth chairman Stanley Julogota said the grabbing of land from poor villagers will not be condoned by the party.
To represent the people of Siamikobo. As I stand here, it has touched my heart where people are being pushed away from their ancestral lands. This is typical and fair. It shouldn't be practiced by human beings. You don't need to replace to take away settlers from their traditional land in the case that you just want to make money for yourself and your family and you replace a lot of people.
I've found, yes, people are still complaining and it's critical. People are living now in fear because they're even being threatened by these people who are trying to demarcate land illegally. So I would need at least these people to strand themselves from this land which belongs to the Siamikobo dwelling people.
The vicious land impasse which has erupted between settlers and the alleged swindlers in Siamikobo area in Chief Nalwama should be addressed as a matter of urgency to protect people's lives. Brenda Mfalali reporting for Zanis in Chikankata district of Southern Province.
That item from Chikankata brings us to the end of the news, but before we go, a recap of stories that made headlines. Cholera contained in Sama district. Government to uplift lives of autistic people. Northwest Water Department seeks 1 million kwacha to repair broken down borehole drilling machine. And rampaging elephants destroy crops in Luangwa. That's the news. On behalf of the entire production team, this has been Michelle Olwinda. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, it's bye-bye and God bless.